長い鎖国政策により、日本は世界紛争の悲劇を免れ、唯一の平和な国となった。だが、そのために私たちは何を犠牲にし、そして何を忘れ去ったのだろうか。答えは深い闇の中にある。この社会に潜む本当の罪とともに。
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Juju the Gamer here, aka your favorite gamer, and I am so glad to be bringing you guys this again. I am just so happy to be talking about this series again. Like, you guys don't really understand how happy I am. So what's got me in such a good mood is that we're going to be talking about the anime Psycho-Pass. Now, as you might have heard, Psycho-Pass recently had a season 3, and that is going to be the focus of what I'm going to be talking about today. But a little bit of why I like Psycho-Pass so much, it really shifted the science fiction genre to me. What I mean by that, the science fiction genre anime had gotten a little bit stale, like they weren't as creative as I thought they should be. I mean, it really wasn't heading into a direction that I liked. Because at this point, we all know SAO was out. That was the big anime at that time. Well, it still kind of is big, but that's when like the shift of isekai anime really started to come out. And this anime was just so left field that I was like, whoa, this is a kind of realistic anime that doesn't really have superpowers. We're not going to a different world. We're staying. It's a futuristic world, but it's modern. If you guys get what I'm saying. As you know from watching seasons 1 and 2, it really deals with a lot of mental health and how stress or different life activities can affect your mental health. And based on your mental health, you might be a threat to society. You might not. And so enough talking about why I really like the first 2 seasons in the movies of Psycho-Pass. We're gonna jump right into season 3. Season 3, I originally thought it was a long shot. We had heard that they had some movies coming out that you needed to watch before watching season 3, and I was like, well, the movies aren't even subbed, so so how are we gonna watch season 3 if these aren't even subbed? Like what's the point? And like even still to this day, only 2 of the newer movies have gotten subbed, which I'll probably watch in my spare time later. But it was just such a long shot. I didn't really know when season 3 was coming out. I wasn't sure when it was coming out, and I went on live and I'm like, whoa, is this saying season 3 of Psycho-Pass is actually coming out this fall? Whoa! So I had to talk about it. The opening scene immediately pulled me in. And I'm looking at my notes here. So, I was pleasantly surprised at the opening scene. It kind of opens up in a more somber note. And, I kind of, the main character of literally the first 2 seasons and a couple of the movies. She was the main character. She's kind of like going on like exactly what is justice and how as police officers, how do we determine what is justice in regards to the civil system? Now, if you don't know what the civil system is, I highly recommend you go back and watching season 1 and 2. This has already been explained, so the audience is familiar with Psycho-Pass. You kind of already know what it is. But what really made me go back and rewind this entire opening scene was that Akane appeared to be locked in quarantine or was in jail. So So it was like literally the last time we saw Akane, she was still, a police officer. So what happened between the movie and season 3? What changed in regarding to Akane? What changed happened to her? And that was literally the opening scene.
Campaign
YouTube video I was watching just randomly popped up. Um, but yeah, so what happened between the movie and season three with Akane? Like, why is she now an ex inspector? Why is she in jail? Moving on, the opening and ending, while very catchy, and I could see myself, jamming to it in my spare time. Um, it didn't really hit me like it did in the both the openings of season one and the endings of season one. Well, yes, they were very catchy. I did enjoy them. I did enjoy listening to it. It didn't have that certain punch to it that I was expecting. Uh, from the first season. But moving on past the opening, it seems that this year we are introduced to new characters who will be taking center stage instead of the regular crew that we're used to in the previous seasons. We are introduced to the two main characters, Alata Shindo and K. Mikhail Ignatov. Both were starting their first day on the job as inspectors. Now, the most surprising part to me, even though there have been a lot of time skips, the people in the original series have gotten older, Akane's underling, Mika Shimotsuki, is now a chief. So she had worked all her way up through these different time skips. She is now a chief, which is good for her. That's really good. Um, it's also mentioned that she is the only one who has ever worked with Akane that is still there. So what happened to the rest of the crew, we don't know yet. But Mika is the only one that that's still previously with the Force within that division. Has worked with Akane. So moving along, we are introduced to some new enforcers: Tenma Todoroki, Kazumichi Ire, Mao Kisaragi, and Sho Hinakawa. And it already seems like this collection of characters are already off to a rocky start because the enforcers are not particularly too happy that a immigrant is, giving them orders. So by this, you know how people are. They're gonna, create divisive ways of which are you really trustworthy? We're gonna put you through some tests, or are we just gonna watch you intently to make sure you can actually handle the job? But while doing this, we are able to see Arata's ability. He has the ability that is later shown in the episode called a mental trace. He has the ability to really go back and see what happened to the person who was previously there. Um, and it showed that the employee that was missing during his routine checkup, he had he had saw something that probably clouded his hue, made him go a little bit insane, and he just walked out the building. So that was pretty much the reason why they were even called there in the first place because somebody's hue had gone off. And so we are revealed that the employee had saw something on his phone, um, that something happened. That we are still really trying to figure out what killed him. And then later in the episode, we are shown that he was killed. Like it was a plane crash, but it wasn't. The plane crash was just a cover up. But the employee had been killed during the cover up of the plane crash. So while all the attention was diverted to the plane crash, the employee was killed, and we don't know who killed him. But after the initial investigation and learning about the hyper transport division, we are introduced to a new technology that the antagonists who are shown are talking about this Bifrost. We don't know much about Bifrost yet or what it actually can do, but we are pretty much known right away that the people using this technology have bad intentions. Like their intentions are not good if they're trying to go through the civil system to harm people or go around the civil system to harm people. But while Arata and Kay are, kind of trying to figure out what exactly happened, we are introduced to another familiar face in Shion, Kala Nomori, who's working with the technology. She's like the investigator, the technology expert of the group. So So while they were heading towards her, we are greeted with her. So I'm like, okay, there are some familiar faces within this season. So it's just not a completely different cast. So while the group is, while Rata and Kay are really trying to dig around and trying to see what happened through different means, we are we basically find basically an alert goes off that somebody else's hue is, it's going off the charts and they need to get over there immediately to see if the guy is a threat to society or not, if they need to put him down or not. While we are there, we basically learned that it was just a worried father who was trying to get his money back from somebody that owed him money. Just worrying about how he'd be able to provide for his kids, and he was literally willing to go through whatever it took to get there. Because he was an immigrant. And immigrants has already a little bit shown in this episode they are not really highly thought of. And at this point, it was mentioned that Kay was a former militant military officer. We've seen just how much he was taught in this short clip. Like he had disarmed both of the assailants, and, took them down with fairly quick ease. It was just so easy. But later, when they're back at the plane crash, we are seeing again what Arata can really do. And so it's just so insane that he's able to mentally trace where people have gone. But in this episode, you can kind of see how that can be dangerous. Because while he was trying to trace what exactly happened to the employee and why he was there and what happened with the plane crash, this I couldn't even tell you what it was. Like this animal slash demonic thing popped up behind him. It was breathing into his ear, and the look on Alata's face was like, "Oh no, this is bad. This is bad." And that's when he was basically pulled out of it by Kay. So, and that's how we also found out that the killer was actually there. But if the plane crash was a cover up, what exactly did the employee have on the group that killed him? What was it? And so while they're trying to find this out, it was basically data. The Hyper Transport Company was soliciting data, bank accounts, loans. Now we don't know what was the data specifically, but I'm pretty sure it had something to do with Bifrost. That they was willing to kill somebody over it. That they wanted it out of Sybil Systems' reach. And so this ending scene. And so while Alata and Kay had basically made a pledge that we are going to find out what really happened to this employee because something is wrong, and they basically made a pledge that we are going to do whatever it takes to find out what happened. Even if it means we have to break a little bit of rules or bend the rules on our way, we're going to find out what happened. And the last scene is basically showing Akane before, we're flashing back to Akane, who was basically like, answering the question, like, what is justice? What is the true enemy? Like, are you willing to do whatever it takes to find justice, to find out the answers? And I'm pretty sure it's like, it also shows that Akane she could have been the one who had assigned these two to go into the PSB to figure out what's going on, or she just entrusted them with her task and her mission of what really is justice, what is the true enemy, and how is Sybil System involved in this. And this is like shown before she was obviously, locked up and in jail. And it was like one of the questions that she asked was like, is the cost of destroying the Sybil System worth a peaceful society? And it shows like what is the balance between the civil system, a peaceful society, and why are people bending the rules or getting around the civil system to commit crimes? So who is the true enemy? And that's what Akane was really looking for. And this was just a great introductory episode to me because not only did it introduce new characters, uh, new problems, but it also like showing us older characters. So the people that have watched this series are kind of settled in. And it reintroduced a theme that from the first two seasons that while the civil system helped, while it certainly helped in some points, it definitely wasn't perfect because we saw that in season one with Kogami. We saw that in season two when Akane really found out the secrets behind the civil system. So it's not perfect, and what can they do to stop it while also maintaining a perfect society? And so once again, this is just a great opening episode that I really enjoyed. I'm kind of excited about the future of this anime. Because each episode is like 40 to 50 minutes long, so it's a lot of information within each episode. I don't know how long it's gonna run. I think it's either around 8 episodes or the standard 12. The Psychopath season two wasn't that long. It was like 11 episodes, but it was a lot of stuff in it. So, but once again, let me know what you guys think about this first episode of Psychopath season three. Let me know your thoughts, your comments. Your comments will help me because I probably missed some stuff. But once again, let me just know what you guys think. I really enjoyed this episode a lot. I'm just looking forward to another awesome masterpiece season from the creators of Psychopaths. I'm just looking forward to it. I'm ready. But once again, this is Juju the Gamer. I'm signing off. See you next time. Until the next video.